Hi, thank you for joining me this evening. I'd like to start this presentation off by starting with a story. A story about a company you've all heard about, BlackBerry. Now, I know that no one owns any BlackBerries anymore because they're really old and outdated. But as you all know, in the 2000s, BlackBerry was a tech giant and an industry leader in the smartphone industry. So, BlackBerry sales amounted to 1/5 of all smartphones sold in 2006. What's interesting to note, though, is that also in 2006, BlackBerry was on the verge of collapsing and shutting its doors down because they had a lawsuit filed against them by a company called NTP. BlackBerry lost this lawsuit and was forced to pay $612 million to this company. So how could this company get $612 million from BlackBerry? Well, they filed a patent infringement lawsuit against them using a software patent. NTP is a company that is referred to as a non-practicing entity, NPE for short. A non-practicing entity is a company that does not produce any products but only owns patents. In particular, these companies own software patents. So why is this a big deal? What does this all mean? Well, according to the Government Accountability Office, between 2010 and 2011, there was a 150% increase in the total number of patent infringement lawsuits filed. 89% of these lawsuits were software related. So, we can see that there has been an increasing trend in the number of patent suits filed from 2010 till present day. According to RPX, a patent assertion company, they have mapped the data and they have shown that between 2010 and 2015, there has been a 300% increase in the total number of patent infringement suits. Additionally, you can see that most of these suits are being filed by non-practicing entities. So what kind of effect have these non-practicing entities had on innovation and the tech industry? Well, according to RPX, $9 billion was extracted from technology firms in 2015. Additionally, from this $9 billion, 59% of the burden was put on small businesses. So small businesses made up 59% of all the money that was paid to these firms. Additionally, because of these increased litigation, we've seen a 49% decrease in venture capital investment, and we've seen a 20% decrease in R&D expenditures in tech businesses. This means that people are investing less in innovation. People are not producing new technologies because they don't want to be sued by companies like NTP. So, my name is Michael Donovan. I'm an electrical engineering student here at UW-Madison, and today we'll be talking about viable legal reforms for software patents. We're going to talk about reducing litigation expenses for tech companies. Today on my agenda, we're going to begin by discussing what a patent is. We're going to determine the differences between patents on physical objects and on software. We're going to demonstrate Congress's failure to reduce patent infringement litigation, and we're going to explain the overly simplistic nature of the Supreme Court's decisions on software, and we're going to discuss the legal reforms, and then finally we're going to have a question and answer period. So, to kick it right off, a patent is a property right given to an inventor for an invention. When you're given a patent, it comes directly from the U.S. government, and the agency that gives it to you is known as the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office. A patent grants you a 20-year monopoly on an idea. You are allowed to exclude others from making, producing, selling, or using your product in the United States. That does not give you the right, though, to make the product. It just gives you the right to exclude others from making it. Additionally, it is on you to stop others from making, using, selling your product. Okay, so that's what a patent is. Now, there are two types of patents. There's patents on physical objects and patents on software. So a patent on a physical object is different because when it is filed in the claim language, it uses physical characteristics to describe exactly what this product is, what this invention is. For instance, imagine if you had this this pull-up bar here. All right? I'm sure you've seen many like this before, but if you made this exact same one, you would be forced. I had the patent on it. I could sue you for it. Now, if you changed the design slightly so that it didn't have this component or had an extra component, you would no longer be infringing on my patent. Software is different though. An example I could give you to address that is, imagine I had a patent on how to open a door. You could design a different door, but at the same time, if you're ever opening a door, you're infringing on my patent. Alright, so now we've kind of discussed why software is different. Let's briefly talk about the business model of NPEs, non-practicing entities. What these companies do is they acquire a large amount of patents, of software-related patents, and then they lie in wait. They lie in wait for a company or an industry to develop a technology, and then they pounce. They start suing them. And what they do is they join as many of these companies